Imagine this. A future event changing something that has already happened. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you experiments suggest it's real, that time itself doesn't flow the way we've always believed? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might completely rewrite what you think you know about free will, your dreams, and even your own thoughts. Scientists ran a truly mind-bending experiment with photons. They split a laser beam, sending it down to separate paths, and then measured both beams. Here's the crazy part. When they applied a stronger measurement to one beam, later in time, it actually amplified the photons in the past. Let that sink in for a second. A future event altered something that had already happened. And this isn't just some weird physics theory. Psychologists studying precognition have found something equally strange. In controlled lab tests, people's bodies reacted to emotional images. Seconds before those images appeared on a screen. Their heart rate, pupil dilation, and even brain activity spiked just before the computer randomly chose what image to show them. This phenomenon is called presentiment, and it suggests our subconscious may be reaching into the future before our conscious mind even has a clue what's going on. But here's the thing. It doesn't just happen in labs. You've probably heard stories, maybe even experienced it yourself. Countless people have had precognitive dreams that later came true in eerie, specific detail. A particular conversation, a strange location you've never seen before. Some people have even dreamed about major global events. Author Eric Wargo argues, these aren't just coincidences. He believes they're messages sent backward in time from your future self. The challenge is, we usually don't recognize them for what they are until it's too late. Our dreams often feel symbolic, strange, and fragmented. But when we look back after an event has occurred, the connections suddenly become crystal clear. So, what if you could train yourself to notice these messages in the moment? What if your dreams could actually help you navigate your future? Psychologists have looked into this. They've found that people can learn to filter out what they call noise dreams, the ones caused by stress or just replaying the day's events, and instead focus on the crisp, bizarre, and unusually vivid ones. Those are the dreams most likely to be precognitive. History is filled with fascinating examples. Abraham Lincoln reportedly dreamed of his own assassination just days before it happened. In his dream, he walked into the White House and saw a coffin surrounded by mourners. When he asked a soldier who would die, the answer was chilling. The president. But is there a way to actually prove that dreams can reveal the future? A British engineer named J.W. Dunn decided to try. He meticulously tracked his dreams every single morning, writing down every detail, and then compared them with real-life events. The results were astonishing. Many of his dreams matched future experiences, not just dramatic events, but everyday things, like stories he'd later read in the newspaper or random encounters on the street. Dunn became convinced that all of us dream about the future regularly. We just don't notice, because we forget our dreams or misinterpret them. And it's not just about dreams. People experience precognitive thoughts while they lay wide awake. Have you ever had someone randomly pop into your head, and then seconds later, your phone rings, and it's them? That exact thing happened to one man who suddenly thought about a family friend he rarely spoke to. Just 3 seconds later, his phone rang. It was that exact person. Eric Wargo suggests these moments aren't accidents. They are glimpses or information being fed backward from your future self. That gut feeling you get, that sudden flash of inspiration. It might not be random at all. It could be your future self giving you a nudge. This brings up a huge philosophical question. If the future is influencing us right now, what does that mean for free will? The neuroscientist Benjamin Libet ran famous experiments showing that our brain signals begin in action almost half a second. Before we consciously decide to move. For decades, this has been used as an argument that free will is just an illusion. But what if it means something else entirely? What if we're actually guiding our choices from the future? Some researchers call this retrocausality, the idea that the future can shape the past. It's a wild concept, but if it's true, then maybe precognition isn't about destiny being fixed and unchangeable. Instead, it might actually expand our freedom. By learning to recognize these future influences earlier, we might be able to choose differently and actively change our outcomes. This connects directly to practices like lucid dreaming, the experience of becoming aware that you're dreaming while you're still asleep. Scientists have proven that lucid dreamers can communicate from inside a dream using prearranged eye signals, all while their brains are still in a deep REM sleep state. What if becoming lucid makes us more sensitive to these future signals, allowing us to consciously explore what might be ahead? Some people take this even further, linking it to astral projection, the sensation of your consciousness leaving your physical body. People who report these experiences often describe seeing future events or distant locations with surprising accuracy. Could these be glimpses of a consciousness that exists outside of linear, one-way time? The research on remote viewing adds another fascinating layer. For decades, U.S. intelligence agencies tested people's ability to describe hidden targets or distant sites just by using their minds. In some of these controlled experiments, participants didn't just describe current locations. They described places that didn't exist yet, but were later built. Their minds weren't just stretching across space, they were stretching across time. Princeton University ran hundreds of remote viewing trials over a 20-year period. The results were astounding. They found that viewing the future worked just as well as viewing the present. Statistically, there was no difference. This strongly suggests that time might not be the one-way street we perceive it to be. And that raises the ultimate question. If the future can influence the present, where does our consciousness really exist? Maybe our awareness isn't locked into the now. Maybe it exists outside of time, able to reach in both directions, past and future. So, what does all of this mean for you? It means that your thoughts, your dreams, and especially your gut feelings might be much more than just random noise. They might be echoes from your own future, trying to send you a message. Have you ever had a dream or a sudden thought that came true later? Share it in the comments below. Would love to hear your story. If this video opened your mind to new possibilities, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive. And please, share this with a friend who's curious about time, dreams, and the hidden mysteries of our reality. Because maybe the biggest illusion of all is that the future hasn't happened yet. Thanks for watching.